one. Okay.
Hi everyone, hope you've got that cup of tea in your hand and you sat down on the couch nice and comfy. It's Laura and I tonight. Laura is going to be making marshmallows for you, which is really exciting, and I will tell you she's very, very good at them. They're absolutely delicious. Me, no chance. So I'm actually going to be doing something with Nifty Nozzles, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what's happening tonight. I'll show you what we've got for sale and what we're going to be using tonight, and then I'm also going to tell you about a little event that we're organising. So if John just stays there, I'll come round this side. So John, do you want to just have a look at these? What are you laughing at, John? Come on.
Laughing at my pose.
So John, do you want to just turn around and see what we're doing? So the flavours that I'm using today, I am making the Easy Layer Loaf Pan. Okay, so we've got this on sale. I put it on offer tonight for £10, so it should be $14.99. Normally we retail them at $12.99 and they're on offer for £10 for anybody who buys them. You get 4 of these pans, and I'm going to demo these to you later. I'm not going to demo how to use them, but I'm going to make a cake. We also do the Easy Layer Rainbow Pans, and these come in 5s. I've got the icer, the large icing nozzle. So these are $12.99. I've got the large icing nozzle, which I shall tell you about is, sorry, I just need to get my notes up. So the icing nozzle, cake icer it's called, it's a Wilton cake icer and it's £3.75. Got that one, John? Mm-hmm. And then I've also used the Cake Star Release. Now this is the 400ml one, this is $9.95, and we do 100ml at $3.49. The flavours I've used for my chocolate cake, I've used chocolate orange cocoa powder, sugar and crumbs natural flavoured ones, and orange zest icing sugar. Now none of you ever see me use that orange zest, and I will tell you it's absolutely delicious. It's not a top seller, I think it gets forgotten about, but when people do get it, they love it. It's very fresh, really very, very nice, it's lovely. And it goes perfect with the chocolate cocoa powder. So if we come over here, John. So this is, I quickly made this tonight, and I'm going to show you how to make one of these. So what do you think of this then, ladies? Do you like it? Give me a hi if you like it, or a wave, or a love heart. This is really very, very simple. Now lots of you ladies asked me how to use the cling film method in filling your piping bag. So tonight I'm going to fill the piping bag with the cling film method. It's really very, very easy, and it's really great for two-toning. So I'm sure you're going to absolutely love it. And I'm just behind the camera now, so thank you for all those lovely, fabulous love hearts. Okay, so we're going to make one of these tonight, but we're going to make the loaf one. So instead of a round one, we're going to make the loaf one. So that's what you're going to do tonight. And then just some other things. As you know, I use the Colour Splash range. Love the Colour Splash range. They're £1.65 a tube. They're absolutely fabulous. The colours are bright. I've used them in the rainbow cake that I'm going to put together. I've used them in that as well. So those are the colours that we've used. And then we've got the Paul Hollywood brownie tin. Now this is what Laura's going to use tonight for her marshmallows. This comes in the platinum colour. I will tell you, these tins are fabulous. Now they are more expensive, but you know what? They're fabulous, they look good, and they have a lifelong guarantee as well. So that's quite important. I've showed you these spatulas before. We've got the gingerbread ones and the cupcake ones. They come in various colours, so we'll be using those. Cutters, these cupcake cutters are brilliant. We're going to be using these as well. So they come in different sizes. They're great if you want to use these with the kids. I think they're about £3.95 for the set of 5 cutters. And they're made by Zeal. And then, I've just got these out of the packet. So we are going to be using the Tala crimpers. So I've had lots of ladies ask, how do we use these? Now, in fairness, I'm not a sugar paste fan. When I say not a sugar paste fan, do you know what? I'm all rush. I'm an impulsive person. I like to rush, do everything. So when it comes to having to take your time about things, I'm not really that interested. But Laura, she's very good. So she's going to show you how to use these little beauties. And there's 10 of these in a packet, all different styles. And she's going to show you how to quickly use those for decorating your cupcakes and your main cakes. So we'll just leave those there. And then some of you might have noticed, are we with us, John?
A bit of mixture of comments. Some people working and some not.
Right, some people are working and some are not. Internet. Okay. Right, okay, ladies, I do know that we've got a problem here with our internet, so you're going to have to bear with us. If you don't catch it all, you should be able to catch us on catch-up later. I have got our internet provider coming out to have a look. They have identified there is a fault. So what I've done is I've got no music on tonight. We're just concentrating on what's going on in here. So we're using the Raspberry Ripple flavoured icing sugar. Okay, that's what Laura's going to use. She's already used the white chocolate and raspberry for her first set of marshmallows, which she's going to show you later. And then I just want to point these out to you. Okay, these are new. This is our new Sprinklicious. Now, I did show you a set a few weeks ago. They're not ready for sale yet, so don't get too excited. But basically, we are bringing out 2 ranges of Sprinklicious. There's the ones in the pale green bag, and they're natural, 100% natural. These are just for anybody. So if you've got no allergies whatsoever, you can eat these. So we've got Dolly mixtures. We've got chocolate popping candy. How cool is that? Chocolate popping candy. So they're going to be on sale soon. We've got mini jazzles, tri-coloured curls. We've got mini refreshers. Now they're really nice. Can't stop eating those. We've got chocolate covered toffee, honeycomb pieces. These are bronze, gold and silver crunch. And then we've got salted caramel little fudge pieces. So they're going to be coming on sale. The only reason there's a delay, I'm just waiting for the nutrition labels to be sorted out. And once they're sorted out, we will start bagging them up and getting them on sale very, very soon. So that's it from me. I'm going to pass you over to Laura. Now Laura's going to demo the marshmallows. Then she's going to do the crimpers, and then we're going to say goodbye to Laura because we've got the kids in the other room and she's got to get them back home ready for school. So over to you, Laura.
Okay. So I'm going to be making raspberry ripple marshmallows tonight, and if John wants to pop round, I'll just run through the ingredients quickly. So here I've got 180 ml of warm water, 3 sachets of gelatine. You can use the veggie gel as well if you need a vegetarian option. I've got 200 grams of raspberry ripple icing sugar, 200 grams of granulated sugar, and then I'm going to be using 200 grams of liquid glucose. These are about 140 grams, but I've already emptied some of this one, so I've got the right amount. And then I've got some jam, which I'm going to use later. You need some vegetable oil to base your tin, which I'll be showing you. But first of all, we're going to get started with the gelatine. So I'll run through the ingredients while I'm doing it again. So 180 ml of warm water is in my jug here. And I'm just going to empty the sachets in. We need to get this nice, you need to get it dissolved so it's ready. I'll just pop them in there. And once you've got them all in, we're just going to give it a whisk.
Is anyone asking any questions, John?
I've just got a mixture of comments about working and not working, unfortunately.
So it's important to whisk this well so that all the granules are getting dissolved, otherwise you'll get lumps later. I'll just give that a quick whisk. And in between, while I'm doing everything else, I'm just going to keep coming back to that and give that a quick whisk. So you need a heavy based saucepan, which I've got here. And in there we're going to put the 200 grams of granulated sugar, which I've already measured out. The 200 grams of the raspberry ripple icing sugar, but you can use any flavour, depending on what you want to make. And then I'm going to put in a full tube and half a tube of the liquid glucose, which is not that easy to get out of this tub, but I'll do it. So just bear with me a minute. Okay, I think just to speed it up, I'll just snip the end off this other one just so I can get it in a bit quicker. There we go, that's it. Okay, and then I just need 3 tablespoons of water.
Has Caroline joined us? So Caroline's joined us, which is fantastic. So if any of you are asking questions, as you know, we don't see the questions because John's filming, but Caroline's on her computer at home and she is working as fast as she can to answer anything you need to know. And the recipe will be put up on the website, if it's not already been put up. Has it been put up today? I think it has, hasn't it?
But yeah, it's already on.
So if you go back to our page later, you'll see that the recipe is on the Facebook page.
Okay, so I've just set this over, well, I thought I had set it over a medium heat. There we go. And we're just going to give that a little stir in. So just to go through what's in here, there's 200 grams of the granulated sugar, 200 grams of raspberry ripple icing sugar, 3 tablespoons of water, and 200 grams of liquid glucose. We're just going to mix this all in because then we want it to melt into a bubbly liquid for us. So that's going to take a couple of minutes. So I'll just stir it in and then we're going to get the tin ready. And as usual, I've picked something that gives me armache. Okay, so just let that melt a little bit. I'll just clear some of this mess. Okay, so just to go back to this gelatine, just while it's still dissolving, I'm just going to give it another quick whisk just to make sure that everything's dissolved.
Oh, do you want to mention the vegetarian option?
Yes.
Yes. So like I said before, that you can use gelatin or you can use the veggie jelly if you're vegetarian.
This seems to be working for, or not working for more people than it's working for.
It's not working for more people.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Well, what we can do is we can get it on an email shot for everybody tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just say when we're still going.
Right, so we've got our brownie tin. Okay, so while we're just waiting for that to heat up, I've just got a brownie tin here, and you're just going to take some cling film. Now you need it to hang right over because once we've got the marshmallow in here, we're going to be wrapping it up for when it sets. I'll just extend that out a bit more. Okay, so when you've got it like that, I've just got a little silicone brush here, some vegetable oil, and we need to, the reason why we're doing this is to stop the marshmallow sticking to the pan or to the cling film. So we're just going to pop a little bit in here, and you need to brush it all the way round into the corners, like that. Just bear with me while I just give my sugar mixture another quick stir. So what you're looking for with the mixture is that you want it to start bubbling. And once it's bubbling, that's when it's ready. So we're not there yet, but as you can see, everything's melted down, the sugar's dissolving, and we're getting this nice.
Right, Laura, what size tin would you use?
I've used two different tins tonight. So the one that I made earlier, I've used a square brownie tin, and then this one's a rectangle tin. And all the difference is really is that you're getting, with the square tin, you're getting a bigger height.
Yeah.
Because marshmallows normally come quite chunky, so you want that height. So you don't want to have a tin that's too big. I think this one measures. Let me get the measurements. For this tin here.
So let me just tell Ria. Ria's on the Slimming World diet. So Ria, good news for you. A lady come back to me today and said 25 grams of our flavoured icing sugar is 5 sins. I don't know where you're going to put 25 grams of our flavoured icing sugar on, but it's 5 sins anyhow. So I suppose you could use that as your treat if you save them up all week. So she almost is dying to make marshmallows. Lindsay, I'm excited to make the marshmallows. Naomi, yep, I think it was Naomi who told me today. Yep, Naomi said it.
So the tin that I'm using tonight, this brownie rectangle one, is 27 centimetres by 17.5 centimetres. And I think my square one over there is around 20 by 20 centimetres. Yep. So that's roughly the kind of size that you want. I wouldn't go any bigger, otherwise you're not going to get that height. So back to my tin. You just need to pop a little bit of oil on the sides because this is going to layer over the top. And I find these silicone brushes a lot easier to do this. I don't know whether you've got one, but you can pick them up. And we'll just do the other side quickly. So my mixture is bubbling away.
So Rebecca's looking forward to seeing you do the crimpers. Everybody's liking the marshmallows, Laura.
Okay, so if you've just locked in my mixture there, it's nice and bubbly now. This is what we want, so I'm just going to turn that off. Take it away from the heat. Sorry, John. You're going to have to stretch and just give it another stir. And we just want that to cool just for about a minute. Okay, so what you need next is to have your mixer ready, which is here with the whisk attachment, because we're going to put it in here. And once it's in here, it's going to take 10 to 12 minutes, and we're going to add the gelatin after about 2 minutes. So if I just pour that in. Just being careful that you don't touch any, because that liquid is going to be very hot. Put all that in there. And then we're just going to put the mixer on just on a very low speed. Is it plugged in?
Oh, sorry.
There we go. It's all going too well. So we're just going to give that a quick whiz. So I'll just run through the recipe once again while we're just letting this get up to speed. So it was 3 sachets of gelatin, or 3 sachets of the veggie jelly if you want the vegetarian option. 180ml is what we mixed the sachet into. And then I had 200 grams of granulated sugar, 200 grams of icing sugar, which tonight we've used raspberry ripple, but we've tried it with many flavours as we do with everything, and that they all taste just as nice. And then you need vegetable oil for your tin, and 200 grams of the liquid glucose plus 3 tablespoons of water. So you've got all that.
Which is the best flavour to use for the marshmallows, or that you've tried?
The flavours that I use most often is the raspberry ripple, which is why I'm demonstrating it tonight. And I am going to put a jam in, but you can colour it. So if you did want a bit of colour but you didn't want to add jam, then you can add colour in, which I'll tell you when you should add your colour in. But we're going to use jam tonight, and that just gives it a nice ripple effect, so it matches the name. The one that I've already made before yesterday even was white chocolate and raspberry, which is another really nice flavour. But we've done loads of marshmallow for different pictures that we've done for the website, and they've all tasted nice. To be honest, You can use any, chocolate ones included. So John just had a quick look at this here. So just got this mixture in here, the sugar mixture, which I'm just giving a little whisk to. And go back to my gelatin. And where people go wrong with the gelatin is they don't whisk it enough, and if you don't whisk it enough throughout, you end up with little jelly pieces, and then they end up setting in your marshmallow. So you need to make sure, you can't see because I've been whisking it a lot, you need to make sure that you haven't got any of those, but you can normally feel them on your whisk. So I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. And then, John, if you just want to pop over the mixer, because we're going to start pouring the gelatin in, and you're going to see it change pretty much straight away. So I'm going to put all that in, and it's starting to change colour. So we're just going to turn it up to a medium whisk, and we're going to leave it for 10 to 12 minutes. And what's going to happen in those 10 to 12 minutes is it's going to have created this marshmallowy texture. So we'll come back to that. So we've got everything ready. I've got my jam out ready to do the ripple. I've got the little stick which I'm going to use later. So we're just going to leave all that now and move over to the crimpers. Okay.
So well done, Laura. I've got it all set up for you.
Okay. I get to sit down.
You're going to have to shout loud, Laura, because of the mix.
I know. Small one, is that will fit in? Okay.
So the reason we're demoing the crimpers now, is obviously we've got them on sale, and so many people have asked how do they work. As I said before, I've no idea, but Laura does. So I thought while she's here tonight, I'll get her to show you and explain how they work best. You'll see that she's already rolled out a sugar paste, and she's going to explain to you why.
Okay, so I use these crimpers more often than not for going round my cake board. So when you've rolled out your fondant onto your cake board, I leave it to semi-dry, and then I go round the edge with my little crimper to create a nice little pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each of the 10 different designs on here. So if John just looks at this crimper, it's got this little elastic band attachment round it. Now the reason why that is so if you see on this setting, it's quite close together, but if you want it wider,